technical seed agronomist with Cropland by Winfield United. I'm here at the Ainsworth, Nebraska answer plot, north central Nebraska. This plot was planted April 23rd, April 24th time frame. So looking at growth stages out here and what's going to happen over the next 10 days in this area. So when we look at the plants that we've pulled here, I pulled a couple plants from our demo area. We've got about a V4 corn here. So we got the rounded leaf 1, 2, 3, 4 collars showing. We're not too far away from the 5th collar coming out here. So we got about a V4 corn. Over the next 10 days, given the heat that we're having right now, we're going to accumulate roughly 200 more GDUs in the next 10 days. So that's going to push us another 2 leaves, possibly 3 leaves up. So if we call it 2 leaves, we're going to be V6 corn, 3 we're going to be V7 corn. So between now at V4 and V7, a few things are happening in that plant. You know, we're moving away from that plant depending on its seminal roots, going into nodal root development and relying on that for its nutrients and feeding that plant. And along with that, at V4, V5 to V6, we're going to start developing the number of rows around on that plant here. So determining what kind of girth we're going to potentially have in this crop. So those are critical times in this plant's life. We need to make sure we're doing everything we can to make sure it's fed properly, taken care of, and keeping the field weed free. So at that V4, V5 time frame is a perfect time to start doing tissue sampling. You know, early season samples, we can get out, see what that crop says it's missing, and have that ready to incorporate into our tank mix when we're going out and spraying our first post-emerge applications here coming up real soon. So be out scouting your fields for the weeds coming through, see where our pre-emerges are holding or not, as well as getting prepared with tissue samples for our first post-emerge spray, okay? And also with that goes along keeping in mind nutrition around the plant. We need to keep in mind which products are high responders to nitrogen, high and even moderate responders, but those high responding products like 4079, 4203, 4676, 5115, 5335, and 5678 from Cropland, just to name a few. Those are the high responders to nitrogen, meaning we need to make sure we're feeding those plants when we're in that high yield environment and trying to get the most out of them. So pay close attention to those, because right now we're getting some pivots turned on in this heat, and a few guys are starting to pump some fertilizer through the pivots on their early nitrogen applications. And so we want to make sure those products that are high responders are ones we're getting targeted for sure, okay?